time for the main events.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you like the content, hit the subscribe button, leave a like down below. I think 2K just dropped the biggest update in the franchise's history. I have never seen an update so large that it encompassed all modes across the board, and they got it done in a pretty quick manner here. And it is live on the Switch 2. I checked out the Switch 2 to make sure it was up to snuff with everything else. I dabbled in some of the modes, and I'll go over my thoughts and what I noticed with these updates. I haven't had a chance to go through everything because, let's face it, there's a ton of stuff here, but I'll go through each and every single mode, and I'll just highlight the thing that I'm either most excited to try out or the thing I actually tested out, and I'll give you my results. So anyway, let's go over to the patch notes, and I'll leave a link in the description down below if you want to go read it yourself. I promise I won't forget this time. Anyway, on to the patch notes. Alright, so here are the patch notes. Now I'm just going to read all of the gameplay ones because these are very important, and then for the rest, I will just skim through. And just to give you an idea of what we're dealing with here, patch-wise, and it just shows you how broken the game was since launch. I feel like this is the day one patch that we were waiting for, and dear Lord, there's a lot of stuff in here, but, well, I'm glad it got uploaded before the end of the month. Anyway, gameplay/play says increased damage threshold for instant DQ from referee. So they're more lenient now if you accidentally punch him in the face. That's good. Stamina and reversal adjustments. Ooh, here we go. Adjusted stamina costs to increase more gradually over the duration of a match so players are less likely to become winded early on. Reversals now cost less stamina when you are fighting more than one opponent. That's great news. Improved thumbtack stability, thumbtack, my god, stability during online play. AI now attempts reversals after transitioning from front to rear. Address reported concerns related to movesets reverting to defaults while using an alternate attire during the match. Updated visual effects fade on poison mist to last longer. Address reported concerns related to wrong date showing up in my stats. Added new move, Chelsea Green's Cradle Flatliner, standing front grapple. Added new move, Blake Monroe's Glamour Shot Finisher, standing front grapple. Added new move, Solo Sikoa 1 standing crowd opponent Wake Up Taunt. Okay. Address reported concerns related to hair shine changes reverting to default when in gameplay. That's been a major issue for creators. Address reported concerns related to superstars stepping down from the middle rope when playing a cage match. Okay. Now the island, I went and checked out the new shop items. It's 2 overalls and a couple new sneakers, and then of course it's like a sweatpants and shirt. Nothing really crazy to write home about. I think it's funny that we added new items in here. They're okay, but I guess it's something. They added some stuff in there, and if they didn't say it, nobody. I don't think anybody would ever notice. So there is some new shop items. Hopefully we get some better ones that are customizable. But yeah, for this one, it's just a couple of things. 2 other huge things for the island is they updated the Prestige Flow. You can now prestige from within the training shop. And then they added a double VC earn event in the Order of Tradition, but this is only for solo player versus player matches. I was kind of hoping there would be a double VC event for just playing the mode in general. Like they could have had a double VC weekend. That would have been really nice. But since they did so much of the ringside pass, I get it. They can't give you everything, but that would have been really cool. Maybe down the line we'll get a double VC weekend for the island. That'd be nice. And of course MyFaction. And then it says address reported concerns related to stability and UI issues. Alright, now on to create a superstar. Now there is so much stuff in here. I'm just going to point out the thing that I am most excited to test out. And that is the fact that it sounds like they fixed the clipping issue or the body morphing issue, if I'm understanding correctly, to where some of the clothing items based on your body morphing, this hasn't happened with me with the male superstar, but the female superstar, if you pick certain clothing types with certain body types, it automatically adjusts it back to like the default. So you can't keep the desired look with all the creation parts. So I'm hoping that's what this addresses. That's the thing I'm most excited for because yeah, they end up all like, oh, cool, I want to use this top and this pant and these shoes, and for whatever reason, it would revert back to default, like the default pre-selected body type that those clothes were probably designed for. So hopefully that fixes that issue. And yeah, I can get back to making a bunch of different size people because that'll make my character stand out more. Anyway, and then of course there's a bunch of issues with deleting images, the parts color menus, address support concerns related to sample color functionality. That, like I said, there's a ton of stuff in here, but that was the thing that stood out to me the most. Go check out the link down below after the video to go see the rest of the updates, because we'll be here for 2 hours if I read them all. Now, create an arena. Now, the major thing here was, and I saw this in my comment section quite a bit, it says address report concerns related to LED aprons and ring posts being present when creating a custom arena after removing them and taking the arena into gameplay. So someone in my comments, I apologize, I forget who it was, sound off the comments down below, said that they were trying to make old school like 80s arenas, 90s arenas, and they removed the LED barricade, but when they went to go play the match and using it, it would add the LED barricade back by default, like they couldn't remove it. So that's really cool if you want to make old school arenas and you don't like the LED barricade, or you're just trying to be authentic to the history of those arenas. Sounds like they fixed that issue. So that to me is probably the biggest issue. Another thing in here I noticed was that it said that you can now scale images to much larger sizes without having to upload different sizes of that image. Because certain images you couldn't scale to a certain size because you uploaded them smaller. So that's really cool. They'll probably look like crap, but hey, you can now scale them a lot bigger. So that's good. And there's various clipping issues they went through and tried to fix and address. So until I get in there and really make my arena, I won't be able to tell you really anything about that. But for those of you that have been having issues with creating your arena, sounds like they're aware of it and they are addressing it. So shout outs to 2K for staying on top of all this stuff. Now, create an entrance. Now, the only thing I was running into for creating an entrance was really nothing. It was mostly the creative victory is what I'm trying to say. So the creative victory, every time I made a new wrestler and I created their entrance and then I created their victory, it would reset a previous created wrestlers that I made back to default. And so it just kept resetting, like whatever wrestler I would adjust, it would reset one of them back to default. And I was starting to get really annoyed because I'm like, dang it. I mean, it's going through luckily I knew what I wanted, but it sounds like they fixed that, because that was super annoying to me. And of course, they fixed it across different modes. Create universe mode, creative video. There's a bunch of creative video issues that people were having. I always forget to make my created video. I don't think I've ever actually done that. I think I did when they first implemented it. This was way before I started making videos. I could probably do a really good one now that I know how to actually edit and stuff. So I'll have to go dabble in that. But yeah, tons of stuff got fixed for create entrance. On to create a championship. And I'll just read through these because I'm curious for these too. It says address report concerns related to previously saved customization on a side plate being removed when reverting out of side plate selection. That's weird. Added the ability to toggle visibility on nameplates for relevant titles in Create a Championship. Addressed report concerns related to front plate relief designs, missing editing options when applied to custom items. Addressed report concerns related to tiled front plate and side plate images sometimes vanishing when attempting to modify a strap. Addressed report concerns related to image placement sometimes being reverted while customizing logos. Address report concerns related to relief thumbnails not matching previews in Create a Championship. Address report concerns related to color, etc., and pattern placement sometimes losing functionality after selecting the default pattern option for strap in Create a Championship. Address report concerns related to misaligned side plates on creation or on certain championships. Man, I'm so glad I've just been making wrestlers because I've pretty much avoided most of these issues so far. Man, no wonder so many people were so mad, because I knew the game was in a bad state, but not this bad. And then we got create image updates, improve stability and performance in create image, address report concerns related to some menu inconsistencies in group images. Creative video, it looks like they touched up the mode quite a bit here. Presentation, a lot of things like the camera where it's placed. It doesn't say anything about MyFaction tag team matches, being fixed, but hopefully they just have a little update to where your tag team partner moves over to the side. I had noticed that issue when I was playing in what was it, MyRise mode also, where your tag team partner is blocking the entrance ramp. It's the same thing. So hopefully they patch that to where they move so they're not blocking the camera anymore. But yeah, it looks like they did some things across the board here. Online functionality seems to be more stable. That's really good. And I noticed that Just Brian posted that Elimination Chamber matches are now back in the lobbies section, I believe. So for lobby matches, just for fun, sounds like the Elimination Chamber matches are back in there. So shout outs to Just Brian. Now, MyFaction. Now, I don't really play this mode, so I'll let you guys check this out. But it sounds like they really touched it up a bit so it's not so difficult. But until I go play it, or until someone like Kenny Bomb or, yeah, shout outs to Kenny Bomb, or MyFaction Reaction can say otherwise, I don't really have the information for you or a comparison because I haven't touched the mode. I'm just being honest with you guys. I don't really have a frame of reference here. So for me personally, I don't know if they've actually fixed it or not. So you'll have to let me know in the comments down below for MyFaction. MyRise, now this I did test out. It says tuned rate at which players gain match stars in MyRise to make it faster to earn stars in Rise matches. Yes, you do earn star points way quicker than it was pre-patch. I got 3 stars in less than 5 minutes. Like, it was really quick. Like, or actually it was 4 stars. I got like 4 or 5 stars really, really fast. So they made it feel a lot less grindy. So that's really good news. And then it says it unlocked Baron Blade as a manager. Okay then. On to Universe Mode. The biggest improvement that I saw for Universe Mode was the fact that if you edit an entire match card, an entire show, with all the matches, who's in it, title matches, match types, everything, and then you save it and you exit the mode and came back into the mode, it would basically reset the whole thing and make it randomized. Sometimes when I would do that, I would probably spend a half hour, maybe an hour booking everything, making all the matches a certain way, putting certain superstars in there because I use all created content, and then I'd save it because I got either burnt out because I was doing it for like an hour and I want to go play a match, or I want to take a break, or I had to go to eat, or I had to go to work. And then when I come back in, it reset it and made it all randomized. And it's like, it just made you not want to play the mode. Luckily, they fixed that. At least it says it here in this patch note. So that's very good news. There's a ton of other stuff in here about rivalries not functioning properly. It seems to be fixed. Promos not being where they should be. So just go through this after the video and really try to find if you ran into a random issue. Hopefully it got addressed for you, because this makes me want to go jump into Universe Mode right away, but I still haven't made all my wrestlers yet. So there's that. And they did add in some new options, and it says added wear and tear option to allow superstars to remain damaged when appearing multiple times on a show. That's cool. Added rivalry breaks. Option to control whether rivalry matches are number 1 contender versus champion matches are prioritized at PLEs. Added watch show referee counts. Option to control whether the HUD for referee countouts and pins is shown in watch modes. I wouldn't even have thought of that. That's really cool. So yeah, if you're sitting there watching in watch mode and you see the numbers appear above their head, I mean, me having playing these games forever, yeah, it wouldn't really bother me until someone pointed it out. And yeah, now that they've pointed it out, that would annoy me, because you're like, wait a minute, it's supposed to be immersed in this show, and I'm seeing a giant number 3 or a 1 or 2 or 3 when they're counting them out, and yeah, that would be weird. So that's cool. And then we got draft changes, we got cutscene changes. They really went in and fixed a lot of stuff. However, this is what's listed as what they worked on or addressed. Until we get in there and actually start playing with the game and messing with this stuff to see if they broke anything else, well, I guess time will tell. But kudos to 2K for getting this patch out so quickly. It's been out. The game's been out less than a month in early access. Sometimes these patches take a long time. Like last year, the Create a Wrestler was in really bad shape when it first came out, and they released like 2 or 3 patches, and it just kept making it worse, or resetting like images you placed on your Create a Wrestler, which really kind of killed the game for me last year, among other things. But I went and checked my wrestlers. Created wrestlers are fine. Nothing's been deleted yet. Knock on wood. Very good patch. Can't wait to play the game more. Keep it on the channel because we're going to be playing the game all year long. Anyway, thank you for watching. Sound off the comments below. What is the thing you are most excited for that they fixed? And if they missed anything, also sound off the comments down below because I'm curious to see what else needs to be fixed because it seems like they're on it this year. And that's great news. Thank you for watching and stay frosty.